especially the student section. If y'all can get there, I don't know, y'all already there 2 hours early, maybe 4 hours earlier, it make me feel good when I go out there and do my stretch. Make me feel like y'all room for me. So student section, when y'all come out there, just say, hey, Coach Hart, and it'll make me feel good, okay? Appreciate that. What we got?
How do you feel this spring compared to last spring where maybe you guys are more settled, the roster's more settled, I know more changes are coming, but does it feel kind of more settled, like you guys can kind of get in a better groove this spring?
Well, yeah, anytime you spend more than 1 year with each other, you know, you get a little bit more comfortable. You understand how kids learn. You understand how the coaches coach. I've been with Prime for so long. I know what he already expects. But when everybody else gets on board, things move a lot smoother. And that's what you're seeing. There's confidence in what we did last year. Of course, that's not where we wanted to end, you know, but we know that's something to build on. So we're excited about this year. The guys we have that came in and the guys who came back have been developing and getting better. So this spring game, man, you're going to see some really good action, I think.
I talked to Coach Brian, and he said he's looking for another linebacker. What are you seeing in terms of that search, and do you want another linebacker?
Well, you know, the thing about Coach Prime is he's always pushing the envelope to get better, which I love. That's what I love. The linebackers that we have right now, if y'all remember last year I talked about we had guys that were good at the run and some were good at the pass, but we really didn't have a guy that was good at both, right? So this year coming into it, they've developed and they're getting better, but we haven't got the pads on yet. I mean, the first day was today, and it was kind of, you know, a little bit of hitting, but not as physical as you want to for me to make a good evaluation if a guy's good at the run and the pass, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm looking for out of the group I have now. Prime wants to push the envelope and create competition, which I love. The more competition you create, they don't sleep well, I sleep good. I like that. That's my philosophy, and I'm going to stick to that. So if we bring in another guy, we have been looking, and we have some guys kind of figured out that we'd like to go after if that's the case. But right now, we're focusing on what we have in-house and making those guys better.
How have the guys here responded to knowing that you guys are looking for more reinforcements and there might be more competition coming in?
They're getting up earlier. They're eating breakfast at 4 instead of 6. They in the film room before I am. I love it. It's like my kid when he's trying to go somewhere for a birthday party or something. His room is clean. Everything's nice. You know what I'm saying? The dishes are done. That's what these guys are doing right now. They're trying to show that they're ready to be that guy and lead the defense out there on Saturdays.
You talked about being more settled, but there has been a lot of turnover in the coaching staff. Let's start with Robert Livingston. How has it been getting to know him and working with him?
It's been really, really good. You know, I guess the way I can compare it, if this makes sense, when we were at Jackson State, Coach DT, Dennis Thurman, was the DC, and he came from the NFL. And so the way things were put into practice as far as stacking and installing, it's the same process that Livingston has came in. So there's some comfortability there, and there's some confidence that you build from that because it's something you've seen before, it's something we've done before. And I think the players are moving faster the way we're installing things.
What kind of role do you play in that? Or existing coaches who do have the experience with Coach Bryant? Does he use or lean on you as a resource?
Absolutely. He leans on all of us. Everyone has their own dirt to dig and their own ditch to dig. Ditch to dig. So we all got to shovel dirt, you know? So what that means, what I'm saying is that once the install is presented to the coaches, it is our job to get it to our players individually. So we have more of a role as far as coaching the actual position and the specifics of that install every day. So it's put on us. So we're getting graded is what's going on how our players play based on how we're teaching.
Coming into the offseason with Trevor Woods, was it a foregone conclusion that he would stay at linebacker, or did you have conversations with him about what his future would be?
Yeah, we had conversations for Trevor because we see Trevor as a player that could, you know, besides just playing like dime on third downs, third and longs, things of that nature, that he has instincts. He has the ability to play first and second down. So that was something we had to talk to Trevor about to make sure he understood his role going forward and what he would be to us and how much he means to us, you know? Because you have the portal these days, right? And a guy can jump in there and go and do some things, and we didn't want to lose Trevor. We think he's a great kid, great asset, great teammate, and he's going to do anything but make us better in that linebacker room.
Last question for Coach. What do you see from Jalen Wester so far, Coach?
Jalen doesn't have a bad day, man. Jalen doesn't have a bad day. He's like the Energizer Bunny out there. He's just twitchy and moving around. I think he drinks more coffee than me or my grandmother compared, and we drink coffee every morning before I come to work. So I love Jalen, man. I think he's going to get better. I think he's going to be an asset. He's still competing to get on the field and start. I think what Bentley and Trevor have done is putting them still in the front running. No decisions have been made yet, but I do like what I see. But Jalen is really pushing, and I can't wait to see him on the field what's that, Thursday, I think, when we get outside and have pads on.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Beat that. Appreciate beat that.
Coach.
How y'all doing?
Good.
Well, you kind of just talked about it, Coach Hart did. Was there a decision to be made for you about whether or not you wanted to stay or whether you wanted to go with switching positions?